Hello again, comic book fans. Welcome back to another episode of Comic Book Geeks. I am Wild Bill, your host, and my partner in crime as always.
I'm Pete, everybody. How you doing? Good to see you all again.
Yes, today we're doing my wish list.
That's right.
Yes.
So we've had a few of you over the past year ask us, like, well, what kind of stuff are you guys really looking for? You know, what's on that list of books, that ever elusive list? And
the dream list.
The dream list. And quite frankly, Bill and I always have a
dream list. Since you first started collecting comics.
I mean, we go to cons and we carry around like printed out lists of stuff that we're looking for.
I saw a Silver Surfer #1 a couple of years ago, and the guy wanted $600, and anybody else would have asked $300 for it. It was like steep. That kind of wish list, you know.
Yeah, the good stuff.
It was a really good looking book, but not worth $600, you know.
The good stuff. So, so we both put together a list of some cool things that we're looking for in the near future, and ones that we really want to get.
I'm looking. You did your list on your phone?
Yes.
I'm old school. I did mine on paper.
Well, the only reason I didn't print it out is because my printer.
You don't have a printer.
No, I got a printer, but the cartridge is shot, and I'm.
Oh, you need an ink cartridge.
I need an ink cartridge, and quite frankly, the cartridges cost almost as much as the damn printer, and I very rarely print anything out anymore. So I just was.
And they jam if you don't use them, right? If you don't, the ink clogs in the ports.
Yeah,
sometimes.
They suck. Printers suck nowadays, man. Because you can buy a printer for like $100, right?
And
then you print like 5 pages, and then you need another cartridge, and the cartridge is like $35. So you might as well just throw the damn printer out and buy a new one every time.
Is it a color printer?
Yeah.
Don't you want just black and white?
Well, the problem is they don't really sell.
They don't sell black and white toner no more.
No.
They want you to spend more money.
Yeah, most of
just
the printers
like you buy
are
a phone, and then they discontinue it in 2 years and want you to upgrade.
Yeah,
I'm sick of updates. Even video games, we got an update.
Everything.
We got an update.
They want you to buy the next bigger, better, faster.
I don't need an update. It works. Stop fixing it.
Exactly. But that's a rant for another day, right?
I'm ranting now.
So I'm going to let Bill go first, and Bill's got some cool.
I got a wish list here, and
So how many do you think we're going to have in common, folks? I guarantee you.
I left stuff off the list because I knew Pete would have it, and I'll start by saying Pete is going to be dreaming about on his wish list, and we haven't looked at each other's list. I bet he's got Werewolf by Night #32, that first Moon Knight issue.
And I will tell you that's #1 on my list.
I kept it off my list because I knew you'd have it. But of course,
gotta have it. That's
so do I, but I don't have it because I have almost the whole Moon Knight run. So on my wish list, I guess I'll start off by saying Hulk 180 and 181.
And those are on my list. Those are number 2.
And those are my #1 dream about books. And I've read them. I think I told the story. A kid in school let me borrow them, and I read them and gave them back the next day, which was really cool. So I've read the stories.
Yeah, I never.
I just don't have $3,000 sitting around that I can piss away on 2 comic books.
So let me ask you: if someone came to you and said, "I'll give you both of these for $1,000," would you do it?
That I would do, and then I would have to go to a casino and bet money on the 4 and 10 because they paid.
I would do it for $1,000.
I would go put $500 down on a number 4 and hope it hits and buy that bet,
and then go home.
Yeah, and if it paid, I would win $1,000. Yes, I would walk away. Yes. So that was my #1 pick. Do you have what's your Werewolf by Night? I just called it.
You did. That was my #1 pick.
So number 2 for me is Iron Man #1. Again, a book I've read. My neighbor had it, but it was $40 at the time back in 1980, which was a lot of money for one comic.
And now, yeah.
And then also I have Iron Man 35 is on my wish list. Then that's more doable.
So what? Yeah. So my question is, why don't you have 35? Is there something special about that one, or?
Yeah, I haven't been able to find it. Nick Fury's in that.
Okay.
And
because you got all the other ones.
Yeah, but I've been trying to find a decent copy, and it's up there. I'm gonna have to cave in and pay the $10 to $15 for it. I've seen it as low as $5 or $6, but then I put it in my cart and then it's gone. And people seem to like Iron Man 35. I don't know why, but if I get Iron Man 35, I will have every single Iron Man from issue 2 to 180.
That's pretty damn cool.
That's a hell of a run. So
I would think you need to get 181 to 200. And then get 1 and 35, and that's 200 issues. That's pretty.
You mean to go from 181 to 200 of Iron Man?
Yeah. This way you have.
But that's right around when Marvel was slipping in the mid 80s.
I totally agree. Yeah, I know.
Because already up to 180, Tony Stark is not Iron Man because he's the alcoholic.
Yeah.
And that guy Rhodes.
Brody.
Yeah, he's Iron Man.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at with that. And he's just lost his empire. Stark Industries has been a hostile takeover. Some other guy took over the company. an enemy of his. It's like trying to drive him into the toilet, you know?
Mid 80s storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's your number 2?
All right, well, my number 2 was Hulk 180 and 181.
Okay.
So let me skip ahead there.
So what's number 3?
All right, so third on my list is Fantastic Four number 25 and 26. That was the 2-issue arc, battle against the Hulk. And the second issue, which was 26, the Avengers get involved as well. So it's like this big Donnybrook between the Hulk, Fantastic Four, and
the Avengers, but they're all against the Hulk.
They're all against the Hulk. So the first
Does it end in a tie?
Of course, it always ends in a tie. So the first, and actually, I bought one of the king size issues recently that had a reprint of that whole storyline arc. I still want to get them anyway. But the first issue, the cover is that the Hulk is like twice the size of the thing.
Yeah.
The thing is underneath, and then the second issue, they're on like the skyscraper.
Yeah.
Okay, and you got like the Hulk at the top, and then you got the Avengers and the Fantastic Four all climbing up after him. So it's a great Kirby covers, you know. But I definitely want to get those, and I'll stick on
Sounds
the Fantastic
cool.
Four. I want to get number 45 and 46, which is the first appearances of the full Inhumans. Okay. I have the one I have number 44, which introduces Gorgon first, and of course Medusa was already in the Fantastic Four comics as a villain with the Frightful Four. And then sticking on the Fantastic Four theme, I want to get number 48, 49, and 50, which are the debuts of Galactus and the Silver Surfer.
Okay.
And those are gotta have those at some point.
Speaking of the Silver Surfer, my third pick is Silver Surfer number 1.
Yeah.
Plus all the other issues I need to complete the run. I have 6 issues out of 18.
Oh, so you got some work to do. But yeah, you know, I would say for
they're
Silver
all
Surfer,
pretty much doable except number 1.
Number 1, number 4 is pricey with Thor.
Yeah.
Do you have the one with the Stranger on the front?
What number? I have 5, 8, 9, 13, 15, and 18.
Didn't you get the one with Mephisto recently? Their first one with Mephisto?
That's number 6, no.
No, okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, you can get, with the exception of number 1 and number 4, most of those you can get for like
$30 tops.
$30, $25.
$20 to $30.
Yeah. But what I did.
Number one's going to be about $300 if I want a good copy.
Well, I mean, I was watching out for number 1 for a long time, and I got a copy for, I think it was like $2.25.
Yeah,
I paid for mine, but you gotta watch like for them.
Well, I was in that one auction, but I was at work and I couldn't auction from work.
So with the Silver Surfer number 1, you gotta watch all the eBay sales and auctions, and you gotta watch, you know, mycomicshop.com. You gotta watch that constantly because sometimes people throw that in there for a decent price.
You get a consignment book.
You get a consignment book.
Sometimes auctions
they'll sell like a 2.0 copy for like, you know, $175.
I was in an auction for a 1.5 and it looked like a nice copy. I didn't care. It really didn't. It didn't. It had a little bit of spine split up at the top, but you couldn't really notice it. Yeah. But anyway, I was out. I didn't.
Oh well, you keep looking. That's what you can do, right? Keep looking.
For me, number 4 is I guess a tie between Amazing Fantasy number 12 and Spider-Man number 1. It's okay to have your unobtainable dreams, you know.
I mean that's true. You know. That's definitely
what's your number 4?
Iron Man number 1 through number 5.
Okay.
You know, like I said, I think, like you mentioned, I think 2 through 5 is pretty doable.
Yeah,
then not too much money.
I just got number 3 recently.
Yeah,
and I needed 4. I got that a couple of years ago from our buddy Paul at Con.
Yeah, number 6 is my lowest one, my oldest one. So I want to get 1 through 5. And you know, number 1 can be had, but it's going to run.
That's like $300 right there.
Yeah.
Wish I had spent the $40 35 years ago. I'd be sitting pretty.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
exactly.
For me, number 5 is I guess Batman number 1, but you know that's never going to happen.
No.
But more realistically, on my wish list, there would be Batman issue 200 or 300 because they're both milestone issues and they're both doable. So that's me for number 5. What do you got?
All right, so I got a few Spider-Mans here.
For number 5?
Yeah,
okay.
So, you know, obviously, like you mentioned before.
The first 2, the first appearances?
2, yeah. You know, I listed number 1 through 17 because once you get past the first couple, you can actually get, and I have like 18, 19, and a lot.
But you're getting all those first appearances of characters.
Yeah, that's why there's so much money. So the first Doc Ock, the first Mysterio, first Green Goblin,
first Kraven,
exactly, all that stuff, right? So they're doable. But, you know, after that, you know, number 20 I need, which is the debut of the Scorpion.
And this guy has, what, about 80 of the first 100?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing there. That's a hell of a run. I don't have. I mean,
well, it's some. You know what it is when you're looking to complete some of these early runs of some of these classic characters, you got to really kind of put yourself on a mission for a while. So you remember, like I've been on the Thor thing for the last 8-9 months.
Thor is easier to find than Spider-Man,
right? But before Thor, Spider-Man was the one I was looking for. So I would go to cons, I would order online. Whenever I saw something really good, I would go buy it. And now I'm doing the same thing with the Fantastic Four. But there's
people really are not partying with their Spider-Man.
No,
if they are. You're going to pay.
You're going to pay for it, right?
Yeah.
So also for Spider-Man, so number 20, the debut of the Scorpion. Number 21, which has the Beetle and the Human Torch on the cover. Got to get that. Number 24 and 25. 25 is the first time J. Jonah Jameson goes inside the little kind of robot creature thing.
To beat him. Yeah.
Exactly. And then, of course, number 129, the
Punisher.
Debut of the Punisher.
I know about that issue.
Which I used to have, but I sold to him when I needed beer money back in the mid-late 80s. So,
But it was a good acquisition.
The things you do for beer.
Probably one of the best comic book purchases I ever made.
It wasn't one of it. It was probably the best one you ever
made.
For
me, yeah.
And the worst transaction of my life. But
anyway, better me than that comic book guy store because he would have sold it.
Yeah,
he'd probably still be laughing too.
That's right.
35 years later. My number 6 is Daredevil #1. That'd be my wish list.
Yeah.
Because I don't have that.
That also is going for a lot of money.
Yeah.
But most of those old Daredevils, like in the single digits in the teens, are very doable nowadays.
Yeah.
Especially once you get past 8 or 9, you can get them. I mean, I've gotten most of those.
I really have expanded the sub 100 issues on the Daredevil. Especially that last con I picked up at 12 or 14 issues. So I have about 20 of them now.
Yep.
But the bulk of them are between issues 40 and 90s,
Okay, that's still all good stuff.
I still got a lot of, some 40s, some 50s, some issues in the 60s, only a couple of 70s, 2 or 3 in the 80s. I have a couple with the Electro in the 80s.
Those are good.
What you got for number 6?
Captain America, number 109, the Origin issue.
Oh, it's the retelling of the Captain America?
Yeah. That's
really?
Yeah, I don't have that one.
I thought you would have said the Falcon issue.
That's the other one on here, number 117. The debut of the Falcon. Because I got all the others, right? I don't have those two, so yeah.
That's your number 6?
Yeah, the Castle.
For me, number 7 is Conan #1, and issue 23 and 24 with Red Sonja.
Yep,
those are hard to get a hold of. What do you have for number 7?
Adventure into Fear, number 28 and number 30. I need those to complete the entire run.
Oh, with Morbius?
With Morbius,
I have those.
Yeah.
I need the first 2. I need 20 and 21, but they're not on my wish list.
Okay, yeah. I bought a lot of the early ones recently.
Is that the first appearance of Morbius?
No. It's no, because the first appearance of him ever was in Spider-Man.
That 101 issue. Yeah. That I should put on my wish list.
That should be on your wish list. That's a good one. That took me a while to get that.
That's like $600, man. I don't think so.
I got it for $125.
But now it's I don't know. That book is
Well, here's the deal. Because there's been talk of doing a Morbius movie.
Oh, so they're going to hype up the price?
All those Morbius issues are going to go.
So now I can just kiss away. Should I let you do number 7? I'm going to have to bite my tongue on this comment. Go ahead.
All right. So number 7 for me, Marvel Spotlight number 5, debut of Ghost Rider.
Okay.
That's I gotta have that because I have Ghost Rider #1. I have all the other appearances, but man, I don't have that first one in Marvel Spotlight. Big bucks.
My number 8 is finish my Moon Knight run,
there you go.
Which is pretty much between 27 and 35. And going back to biting my tongue, now they've released news that they're going to make a Moon Knight movie, and I'm like, oh, great! Now the 6 issues I need are going to cost me 6 tons of money.
Well, you better go get those now. But now the problem is now that Werewolf by Night number 32 is going to be even more expensive. So
really,
I should have bought that copy for $400 3 months ago.
I don't think you should have.
I know it's a lot of money. It's a lot, and I've never spent that much money.
When there's some kind of Moon Knight sex scandal that he's not considered a role model anymore, and it'll tank and go in the toilet. Yeah. That's what you need. But who knows if that's really going to happen? I doubt it.
I don't know.
My number 9. Did you have number 8? Because my number 9 ties in with your 7 pick. Marvel Spotlight. But go ahead, do your number 8.
All right, Defenders number 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
That's doable.
Yeah. My number 9 pick is Marvel Spotlights 2 and 5. Number 2, First Werewolf by Night. Number 5, First Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Both killer.
What did you have for number 9?
Skull the Slayer, number 1 and number 3 through 5 to complete the run. It's a small run.
I have just number 5 on that one.
Okay.
My number 10 pick is Ghost Rider number 1.
Yeah.
I don't know how far you went. I went to Lucky 13.
I don't know. I didn't list them. I just got to.
You got anything else?
I do.
Okay.
Supernatural Thrillers, number 2 through 4 and number 6 to complete the whole run.
Oh, I have the whole run. Yes.
You got them all. Nice.
Yeah, I did it from our buddies in Texas last year.
Very cool. Yeah, so that I only need a couple issues. So
they helped me complete that run, and I completed my Frankenstein run with them.
Oh, yeah.
Now, moving along to number 11, I need Tomb of Dracula number 10 and 13. 10 is the first appearance of Blade, and number 13 is his origin. I need those two to finish the run.
Yeah, those are you should definitely go hunt those down.
Yeah,
it's a nice run to have.
They're in the works. And that's another book that doesn't stay around on the websites if they have a copy of it. Number 13, that seems to get scapped up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Number 12 for me is Warlock number 10, and that will finish the run of Warlock, which is 1 through 15. Number 10 is so hard because it has Thanos in it, and he's on the cover, so that's a hard one to get. Never read it. And then after that, my last pick, number 13, is Captain Marvel number 26 with Thanos.
That's a good one.
I don't have it.
That's a good one. That's part of the Jim Starlin run.
That's a hard one to get a hold of. And that's my wish list.
Cool. I got a few more to finish here.
All
so
right.
for me, number Thor 83 to 97. That's the Journey into Mystery when it was that title, and then 99 to 103. So once I get those, I'll pretty much have all of Thor from 83 through 300. Well, I'm missing some in between, but that's the
still
early
an amazing run.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Doctor Strange, number 169, which is the first issue. That's after he left Strange Tales. They started him off at 169. Why they did that?
169 as Strange Tales.
No, as Doctor Strange. Because remember, he left the run in Strange Tales.
And how far did that go? Because I have
like 170 something. Yeah.
So it didn't go far.
No, it didn't.
And then it was Strange Tales with Brother Voodoo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird how they did that.
So Brother Voodoo's 169?
Is that 169?
Yeah,
it might be.
Because I don't have it.
Yep.
And that one's expensive.
Or 170?
I have 170. It's 169 with the first Brother Voodoo.
Gotcha.
Because I need 171, and I don't have it. I have 170. That's my oldest Strange Tales.
Gotcha. And then Daredevil number 1, number 3, and 5 through 7. And once I get those, I will have all Daredevils up to 100.
Okay.
Warlock number 1.
Yes.
Conan number 24, which is the first cover appearance of Red Sonja. But I have 23, which has her first appearance ever in a Marvel comic. And ironically, I bought that at a Comic-Con last year.
We told this story. The guy didn't know what it was
$7.
worth.
He had no idea what he was selling. I was like, I saw that. I was like, whoa, give me that.
Score. That was your
miracle. My mouth shut.
That was your miracle purchase.
That was my miracle purchase. Also, Conan number 29. I think once I get those two, I will have all Conans up to 50, I think, or something like that. Black Panther 13, 14, and 15 to complete that run. And then my last one is I need Planet of the Apes number 10 to complete that run.
Yeah.
So that's just some stuff. I mean, I have a lot more, and we both
we could have kept going.
But that's some pretty cool stuff.
I try to
think.
throw in key issues there from me.
Some keys that are probably not going to happen anytime soon, but then some other stuff that we can totally make happen.
Yeah, unless you win the lottery and you got money to burn,
Yep.
Anyway, I'm Wild Bill saying thanks for watching this episode of Comic Book Geezers. We'll see you next time. We're going to do a version of Ant-Man. It's coming up.
And I'm Pete. Take care, guys. We'll see you real soon.
Peace.
Bye-bye.